Hi everyone, welcome to Ajiro Tech. In this video, we're going to be looking at the CIE IGCSE ICT Paper 3 Data Analysis, May-June 2018, the first variant. Okay, so let's dive into the database. Spreadsheet. Okay, so let's dive into Spreadsheet. Okay, you're going to prepare a spreadsheet model to calculate the numbers of bricks used to build a wall. Identify the symbols used with spreadsheet formula for the following mathematical operation. Okay, so type the symbols in the table in your evidence document. Okay, so let me type it in evidence document. Okay, and then we're editing. Okay, so the first one is multiply. So obviously I'm just going to centralize. So the first one is multiply, which is this. The second one is divide, which is this. To the power of, which is this. And finally, not equals to, which is this. Okay, so we're good to go. Let me just save it. Open the file J1831 estimator. Okay, I think this will be the main thing we'll be working with. Okay, and 1831 brick. Okay, just adjusting so that nothing will be overlapping. Close this. I did the 1831 estimator, the CSV, that it looks like this. Okay, obviously this is area, your serif, your sans serif. Okay, so from A to C was merged. Okay, so I'm just going to click on no here, merge, which is your merge and center. Okay, and it is area, it's bolded and increased. Okay, let's see calibrate. It's not calibrate, and neither is it times new woman. Because of that, but it has some of. Let me see this. Nope. No. I'm just gonna stick with this. Okay, so this is fine enough. Cost estimator is going to be A to C merged and center bolded. Okay, now we're going to put the background. Let me see, what kind of background did you put? It's a light background. A light gray. Okay. Okay. And 3 is moved in such a way like this. Okay, let me see. Okay. All right, I think we're good to go. All right. Save this as the spreadsheet with the file name 1831 followed by your center number and candidate number. I'm going to click this as save as. Underscore candidate number AN 017 underscore 2023. There's a spreadsheet, so it's workbook. Take a screenshot showing cell A1 to C12 of your spreadsheet. Include the row and column heading. Please in your evidence document. A1 to C12. Okay. I'm going to take my snipping tool. We're going to include the row. This will be in evidence what? 6. So A1 to C12. Place your name, center number, candidate number in the center of the header. Click on insert, right here on text, click on header and footer. To right here in the header, center. Now this is left align, center align, right align. So now I have this. Your name, center number AN 017, 2023. An automated file path including the place an automated finding including the file path on the right in the footer, because obviously it's long. Okay, left, right, okay, so left, center, right. Okay, so I'm going to add this file path, not the file name but the file path, because it has the file name. If you check it, add the name of the current file, include the file path, so it has both the file path and defining, because that's what it is adding here. Okay. Okay. It's going to be what? On the right. Switch to normal. Okay. For step 17 to 20, you may enter test data to help you create your model. Okay. So what do we do here? Restrict the data entry in cell B4. Now, when you hear the word B4, what you're looking at is data validation. Okay. So right here on formulas, or data rather, we're going to go to data validation. We're going to restrict it what? To S, comma G. So it has only that. Take a screenshot of your method of restricting data entry. Place this in your evidence document. Okay, so I'm going to click this, go to data validation. Okay. Okay, so this is evidence 7. Okay. All right. Question 18. Enter a formula in B10. In B10 to display single if cell B4 contains S and double if cell B4 contains D. So thickness of wall or single skein, thickness of wall is single skein or double skein. So we're going to have, so right here, so B10, we're going to have equals to if, okay, logical test. So if this right here is equals to, now when you're using your letters, you have to put them in quotes. Is equals to, sorry, I keep doing this. Use my arrow keys. S, comma, it will be what? Single. Please copy, type it the way it is. Okay. It's going to be single. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put this in quotes. Okay. If it's not, it's going to be double. Okay. And the double, you have to put this also in quotes. Okay. Single. If there's nothing, okay. Okay, so if cell B4 contains to display single if it contains S, and double. So what you're going to do here is, we're still not okay. Single, okay, if this as well is equals to, okay, D, comma, it should display double. Okay, S is going to be empty, obviously. So this is too many arguments, right? So I'm coming. Okay, so I think this is okay. Yeah, it will enter false, right? So it should just be false. So if it's S, single, if it's D, double, right? And if I take it off, it's going to show a false value. Okay, it's going to show a false value. Okay, so 19. Enter a function in cell B9. Okay, in B9 to look up the name of the type of brick using the file J1831. Okay, okay, brick code here. Please enter a brick code. So I'm just going to use the test data. Okay, I'm going to use the test data for it. So let me use M. Okay, so B9. So I'm going to use VLOOKUP because obviously we want to look up the name of the type of brick using the file. Okay, so equals to VLOOKUP. Now, before I talk about VLOOKUP, now for you to be able to look up any name from any file, you should have opened the file in the background. Please and please, okay, open the file in the background. That will help you to look up, else there will be nothing to look up for. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, let me repeat myself again. So please and please, if you want to use the VLOOKUP or the HLOOKUP, you should have opened the file already on the background. Now, right here, I've opened the two of them on the background, and that helps me. Okay, so equals to VLOOKUP, and now they said test data, right? So 17 to 19 to 20 test data. Test data simply means that well, if you remember the system life cycle, we talk about the design phase. We'll talk about the types of live data, test data, right? So obviously, what we are simply doing is we're just testing the data to see this is if this is going to be this, if it's going to be this, just to ensure that we're able to get what we want to get. Okay, remember that we'll talk about the type of data. We have the normal, abnormal, and extreme. Okay, and so many checks in that, which we've done one which is your data validation. We've done one in this question. So it's important that you understand the different concept of what we mean by testing data. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's do that. So VLOOKUP. Okay, so what is the lookup value? It's going to be this. Okay, comma, the table array is going to be the brick name, because the question says, let's go back to 19. Enter a function in cell B9 to look up the name of the type of brick. Okay, so right here I can continue the formula. I need this to be the second column, and I want it to be an exact match. Okay, so if I put in X, it should give me another name, right? If I put in B, it should give me another name. If I put in M, okay, so right. Now some walls are single skill walls. These are one brick thick. Stronger walls are double skin. Remember right here we have thickness of walls. Is it single skin or double skin? So I'm going to, so these are two brick thick. So this is one brick thick and this is two brick thick for double. To calculate the number of brick that will be required for a single skin wall, the formula is used. Okay, so the length and height of the wall are multiplied together. The length and height of the wall. So obviously we're just going to use test data. Length can be 2000, height can be longer length, maybe 40. I don't know, just coming up with something. So you come up with yours. This is divided by the face area of each brick. Okay, face area. Where is face? Face. Okay, face area of a brick. Okay, right here. Okay. Okay, so let me just start with the first one. Okay, let's just start with the first one. Now, when you get questions like this, don't stress yourself. Take it one bit by bit. Okay, remember it's 9 marks, and if you do it well, you get 9 marks, and if you don't do it well, you get some marks. Okay. Now I know that sounds crazy, but yes. So just follow it step by step. Okay, so you don't just compound your brain on it. Are we good? Okay, so now enter a formula in B11 to calculate the numbers of brick required for a wall. You can only buy whole brick. Okay, so B11 right here. So we're going to go equals to, first thing first, the length and height of the wall are multiplied together. So the length multiplied by the height. Okay, I'm very sure you can have 2 marks for that. I don't know. It's divided by the face area of each brick. Now we're going to do divide, and we're going to use the VLOOKUP because obviously it's in the other file. So VLOOKUP, we're looking up, the lookup value is this, comma, the table array is going to be this. Okay, comma, 1 2 3 4. The fourth column is going to be an exact match. Close it first. Close it first. Okay, we are not done, but you have done this. Bravo. Like bravo. Okay, for double skin wall, twice as many bricks are needed for a double skin wall. Now, what this simply means is we are going to multiply. Okay, oh, we've made an error, but trust me, like I said, it's on the start. I said to calculate numbers of brick that will be required for a single skill wall, the formula is used. We didn't specify the single skill wall. Can you imagine that? So yeah, I get you. I know you was like, oh, you didn't do that. I know. Relax, cool, fine. I know. So if, okay, um, right here is equals to S, comma, then we do this. Yes. Let me see. Oh, oh, it helps us. Oh, thank you. That's the beauty of Excel. So obviously, the reason why I give us that error, I'm going to tell you right now, is because when we added the if, there was an open bracket we did not close. Okay, so obviously this is closing this is closing this. Come on. Okay, so obviously, if we give us the error, we're going to see what happened with the error and this. So now, for S, we have this. Now, if we change this to D, what happens? It shows false because that is for a single skin and not for a double skin. Are we getting it? Okay. So, like I said, step by step, step by step. Okay. So we have this. Okay. Comma. If logical test. This is equals to D, which is double skin, comma. Now this is going to be, they said twice as many bricks are needed for double skin. So we're going to multiply it by 2. Is that making sense? Right? I'm trying as much as possible not to. Okay, okay, relax. I know you're screaming. I don't understand. Relax. I got you. Okay. So the length and height of the wall are multiplied together for single skin. Clear? Okay. Now it is divided by the face area. We use VLOOKUP together. Cool. Cool story. Move on. Now for double skin, to calculate numbers of bricks that we require for a single skin, this is the formula. But I said for double skin, it is 2 bricks. So obviously we're going to multiply it by 2. You get it, right? Because twice as many bricks are needed for the double skin wall. Okay, so let's multiply it by 2. So it will be 2 times. I'm going to put this. Okay, come again. Length and height. The length here multiply by the height. Okay, divided. Okay, by VLOOKUP this table array. If you don't take it step by step, trust me, you're going to scream. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and this is going to be at the 4th column, and we want an exact match. Okay, now we can hit on enter. Oh, sorry, what is happening? I keep forgetting to close the bracket, and every time I keep forgetting, Excel helps me out. That is why I love Excel. Okay, this is a message to Microsoft. So yeah. Okay, so obviously what we did was we brought out an if, and it had to close it for us. Okay, so yeah. So now if we switch this to D, this is what we have, and if we switch it to S, this is what we have. Okay. For both double skin and single skin walls, for both of them. Now this is where you need to understand the mathematics behind it. For both of them, an extra 10%. Now, if you've been watching my videos on database, there's a question that talks about plus this percentage, and I explained it in that video. So quick, you can just quickly dive in, just pause, go to that video and check it out and come back. But I'm still going to explain it here, so you don't need to literally go away. Okay, yes. So an extra means, for example, we have 100%, 100% plus 10%. So for example, 100%, that's 100 divided by 100, right? Plus 10 divided by 100. Okay, so this will be equals to 110 divided by 100. Okay, so invariably you're having cancel this. So invariably you're having okay, 11 divided by 10. Probably you're having 1.1. I bet you did the calculation behind so fast. You just said all the math students just sit there and say, why are you stressing yourself? Sorry, okay, you're the math student. Okay, I'm also a math person, but you're the math major. Okay, so yes, let me just use. Okay, no, I'm gonna use red. Okay, so obviously we have that. Now an extra 50 brick are added as some will need to be cut off. Okay, we're adding the extra 10%. Is always added as some bricks will be damaged. It's possible, these things you can't really tell, right? Um, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have right here. We're going to add multiply 1.1 plus the 50 we're adding. It's 10%, right? Plus the 50 we're adding. So we have this, and then we have something like this. Okay, is that clear? You good? Now let's go to the next question. Okay, so let's see what next. Okay, we have done before to calculate the numbers of bricks required. You can only buy whole brick. Okay, whole brick means if you're buying 12, you're buying 12. There's no 12.4. Okay, there's no 12.455. It's a whole brick. That's whole bricks means whole number, guys. Whole number, right? It has to be a whole number. Okay, so you get it. All right, so now for us to do a whole number, we're going to round it up. Okay, so let's round it up. So right here, we're going to have round up, okay, and we're going to round it up with 0, and I'm going to close it this time. Excel is not going to do it for me, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do this. So we have this as the whole brick we're going to buy. Okay, you can pause as many times, rewind as many times as possible just to get this concept. Okay, now save and print the spreadsheet showing the formula. So click on file, click on save, click on formulas, show formulas. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm coming. Let me do this. Let me see if this works. Obviously, okay, I know. Comma, too many argument enter for this function. So if I'm coming, this covers this. Let me see this. Let me see if this works. Let me see what. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can just play around with this, but it's fine. I'm just trying to see if I can play around with this to know what I can do here, because I don't want it to show me false. It should show me single, double. Just trying to see what I. Okay, so I was able to check some things. Just go through and check. Um, So obviously, if we're having a nested if, we need to have something to go for. So obviously, I had to go back to the question to just, we're still correct, but it needs to display single if it contains S and double if it contains D. So obviously, a single if can work for it because remember this is a validation and you just have to toggle between the instruction is the S or D. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to take this off. Yeah, so if it's S is equal, it will give you single, S is going to be double, and this should work. So if we change it, just a single if statement, we can have this. Now, speaking about that, um, so let's go over here as well. So obviously, if this is this, if S is, if is equal to single skin, it should give us this. Okay, S is going to give us that. Okay, so I'm just going to just take off this part here. It's still going to work, it's still going to be the same thing, but obviously we just want a simple if to give if this. Remember that it's a data validation, so obviously it's only going to accept S or D. Okay, oh sorry, I have to take away so this covers this. Okay, I think this should work now. Yeah, so that's fine. So I don't know if you get, so obviously we just need a simple if this value is true, then it should be this. If it's not true, it should be the other way around. Okay, so I felt that we just needed to do that, which is it will just save you the stress. Okay, yeah. All right, so here you can just have S, and here you can just have D. Okay, so yeah, so if we should have 2,400, we're going to have this. Okay, if we have 1,000, you have 20, it should give you this. Okay, if you have 10,000, it should give you this. Okay, you get the idea. Yeah, so let's go ahead and print the formulas. Okay, it's going to change here to single. Okay, so now when we are showing the formulas, it's going to be with this. I don't need to check the question, guys. It has to be landscape. It has to be on the page because trust me, that thing is so long. Okay, yeah, the formulas are so long. So let's see. Okay, landscape, the row and column headings are displayed. Now for formulas, they need to be displayed so that the examiner can see in what row it is. Please ensure your test data are there. The content of all cells are fully visible. Okay, the name is here. Yeah. This is going to be what? Print out one. Print out one. Okay. What again? Enter the data to build a single skin wall with this. Okay. The brick code is V. How is it typed? In capital letter V. Valistone. a length of 400 and a height of 60. So a length of 400, sorry, and a height of 60. Length of 400, height of 60. Print the spreadsheet showing the value. Okay. Print. Okay, we can make this a landscape. Print out feeds on a single page. I can take off the headings. Content of all cells are fully visible. Yes, they are. This will be sure that they don't ask us to do values or currency. Okay, no. Okay, so none of that. None of that. Okay. This will be printed out too. Change the model so that the wall is double skin. It's double skin. And its height is coming. And its height is 50. Okay. Now print the spreadsheet showing the value. Print out 3. Okay, so we are officially done with this paper. Just going to save it. So I think I think this part, the tricky part was this. 19 was tricky, and we made corrections to the fact that we just need to use a single if, because if it's not giving us that, it's giving us this. Remember, we use a data validation. So I think those were the little things. It was still correct, but because of the data validation, it has to be either this or this. So a single if worked it out. Okay, can actually work it out, which is actually very simple, and you just give you a true and false value, which is either this or this. Okay, so I think that is that. So thank you very much for watching, and please do want to subscribe. Watch this video. Don't just watch, please practice along with it and get familiar with it, because obviously when you're practicing, you get really good, you know, as student, and then you stand a very good chance of nailing your practical exam. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more in-depth teaching on IGCSE ICT, both the practical and the theoretical. See you in the next video.